Sun beating down outside on the first day of the HSBC BWF World Tour finals. Beautiful manicured lawns just in front of the venue, a venue which we've been for 3 weeks. Lovely venue, lovely colossal venue, multifunctional. And well, so far the higher seeds making safe passage. The men's doubles, Chia and So of Malaysia coming through against Choi and Seo of Korea. Women's doubles, Kim and Kong coming through safely in a third game against Effler and Hertrich of Germany, 21-11 in that decider. And then in men's doubles, the top seeds and twice winners in the previous weeks, Li Yang and Wang Qilin, coming through a very tight second game, having been 4-12 down, but clawing it back, showing a lot of character. So Young Gung and Se Young, twice recent semi-finalists, might find it hard going against the Canadian Michelle Lee, who's been halted twice by the world #1 in the previous 2 weeks at the quarter-final stages. But An Se Young, of course, twice a semi-finalist. As we turn our attention to women's singles, Group A. And An Se Young, of course, will probably be cursing the fact that Carolina Marin, who's downed her twice at semi-finals over the last 2 weeks, is in the same group again, along with Evgenia Kozitskaya, the first ever Russian singles player to get into this event. So confirmation of this one, we'll be watching An Se Young against Michelle Lee in our 4th of 10 matches we'll be bringing you here on One. An Se Young, of course, off that career high ranking of 9th in the world, taking on the world #10. So again, neck and neck on the rankings, these two. An Se Young, the seeded athlete, 4th seed, the 18-year-old against 29-year-old Michelle Lee.
Women's single Group A. An Se Young from Korea.
Only their second ever match as well. An Se Young won in the Canadian Open,
Canada.
back home for Michelle Lee. She won't have liked that. That was back in 2019.
Umpire Bert Van Horenbeek from
3-game
Belgium.
affair, 21-3 in the deciding
judge,
game back then.
Robertus Tommy Oscariano from Indonesia.
So here comes Michelle Lee, first out. Beg your pardon, An Se Young's already on the court, didn't even see her, she was stealthy. So where's the headband these days?
Hello. I have black or red. Black? It's red. That's side. Service. Have a good one.
Okay, so you heard it.
Yeah, interesting. An Se Young
What's the far side?
winning the toss and choosing ends.
18 years old from Gwangju. Climbed into the top 10 on the 5th of November 2019, playing off that career high ranking, on 5 titles from 8 finals in the last 18 months or so. Standout, stratospheric rise to the top 10, quite frankly. But she's been denied twice by Carolina Marin, who suggested in post-match interview that An Se Young will have to change something if she's to seriously contest against her. Well, we'll get another showing, that's for sure. But for now, her mind will be on other concerns. Can she eke past Michelle Lee of Canada, the other side of the net today, in the second ever showing? This time seemingly with even more at stake. So 11 years her senior is Michelle Lee, 1m72, Hong Kong born. And a really interesting character. Resides in Markham, Ontario. 2 spots off her career high ranking of 8th in the world. And she only contested 3 World Tour events in 2020, and of course the 2 here this year. Hello to Bert Van Horenbeek from Belgium, the umpire presiding over this one. And Morton, any thoughts coming in?
It can be a close match. There's no doubt Michelle Lee needs to bring out her A game. But if she is doing that, we know that she's capable of beating some of the very, very best players in the world. So of course she can win this one, but it got to be her A game today. The young Korean, extremely safe, steady, perhaps a little bit too safe to my taste. I think she needs to be taking a few more risks and play sharper, closer to the lines and all that. But she's completely relying on her running skills, her anticipations and so on. But I think that she needs to develop her game further. But she's only 18, so you know anything is possible.
Yeah, a little too defence dependent for you, possibly. A little?
Yes, at the moment she is. She's defending, running skills, anticipation, running really well on the diagonals. However, I still think I'd like to see her be a little bit more proactive.
And this also, Morten, could be juicy because, of course, you know, we're talking about Michelle Lee lost twice to the world #1 and against Tai in the last showing. She took a game, lost out in 48 minutes, so she's been right up against it. So today, will there be any give in the Korean here?
An-se-young, Korea. On my left, Michelle Lee, Canada. Michelle Lee to serve. Love ball. Play. One love. Reserva. 1-0.
To me, it's also interesting to see the beginning of this match because, again, when I see An Se-young play, I feel she's kind of a slow starter. She's not doing so well in the beginning and then sort of working her way back into it, and then a very strong finish. But sometimes I think she's putting herself under too much pressure, undue pressure, I think.
Well, we won't be having a defending women's singles champion because Chen Yufei isn't here, along with all the other Chinese athletes. So we'll be a fresh champion this year, either way.
Yeah, that's a beauty. Very nice. It's nicely disguised.
3-2.
Anticipated the shot really well. Standing to the front of the court, as you can see, just really closing in the front court and giving her plenty of opportunity to play this shot. Good disguise, good anticipation. That's wide. Michelle Lee actually qualified for the first time for the World Tour finals back in 2018. I remember she was traveling the circuit like a crazy person almost. She went for so many tournaments and eventually she made it to the finals, accumulated so many points, which was great to have her in that final 2018. Did not make it in 2019, but back here in 2020.
Yeah, you've got to credit her. She was kind of Jason Bourne-like, wasn't she? She was so itinerant with her travelling.
I had the privilege of calling her match in Macau in 2018. That was in November 18, and that was one of the last tournaments, and she won it.
Yes, yeah.
And that sort of clinched the fact that she was going to the World Tour finals.
Yeah.
She was ecstatic. She was very, very happy.
Yeah, I did. I had the privilege in 2019 where she was unable to defend.
Okay.
But yeah, no, she's a good player.
Nice, once again, good disguise from Ang Se-young.
6-3. Service over. 4-6.
She is richly talented, isn't she? And she's had a lot of good results, Michelle Lee. There's no denying that. But of course, it's all about how your game matches up. You know, whether it's hand in glove to your opponent, which you wouldn't want, or, you know, how do you go against somebody that you're actually not that familiar with? She's only played once before, An Se-young.
Yeah, but I don't think it would take long. They get used to one another's game, and I think we can, if we're lucky, have a terrific match here. And this is another one of her favourite shots, really strong around the net, all the net play, and this half 75% smash cross court from her round ahead situation. She's scoring really well on that one. Both players are actually qualified at the moment for Tokyo, and Ang Se-young is qualified presently as number 8, and Michelle Lee is presently qualified as number 10. Wide. And this is what is so important to Michelle Lee's game, is that she must not get frustrated. She must not go too close to the lines. She must not panic due to the fact that it's tough to score points. She must stay focused and stay very steady, work her rallies, and don't take too many chances.
5-9.
And if you look at it from Ang Se-young's point of view, I believe that if she can raise the pace a little bit, play a little bit faster, I think that could be a game changer for her in this match.
10-5. Interval.
Well, that was all a bit of a blur, wasn't it? Blink and you miss it from An Se-young. A 6-point cushion, 11-5. The young Korean 18-year-old heads out to the front, marching away after just 6 minutes.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
So we are ready to resume play, and it's Ang Se-young serving 11-5 up.
11-5.
And of course it's extremely important for both players to have a good start after the interval. And here, once again, that favourite shot.
12-5. Yeah. 13-5.
Michelle Lee really needs to find her A game. It's extremely important. It's a tough group to be in, having Marin as well in the group. So chances are that these two players are fighting for the second spot in the group in the semi-finals, and she really needs to find her A game now, because trailing almost 10 points in the opening game, she needs to do better than this.
And the young challengers
Need to get back into the match, and hopefully for her, she can have a better start to the second game. Oh, we have a challenge. And it's just out.
15.
So that was a good challenge from Aung Se-young, taking a 10-point lead, 15-5 here in the opening game against Michelle Lee. Very, very comfortable.
16-5.
Yeah, she'll be taking. It'll be quite soothing for Aung Se-young, I'm sure. This kind of terrific cushion that she's engineered here, testament to her solidity.
On court 2, men's double group B, Mohammad Azan and Indra Satyawan from Indonesia versus Vladimir Ivanov and Ivan Sosonov from Russia.
Yeah, that's much, much better. Well constructed, good patience, waiting for the opportunity. Stay solid. That's definitely the way forward, in my opinion, for Michelle Lee.
Morten, do you see any signs from Aung Se-young that perhaps, you know, having been bullied a little from Carolina Marin in the last couple of losses, that she's added to her game?
I don't think Michelle Lee has played well enough to really bring it out. So let's see what second game has got in store for us.
17-6.
Terrific cross net there from the Canadian.
7-17.
All encouraging signs, if nothing else, for game 2.
Yeah, that's quick. That's quick by Aung Se-young. Oh, that's good play. Kept it in on the sideline. But it was the shot, this one here, that's really setting it all up. That shot into the deep forehand corner, nicely disguised from the youngster. That one there, beautiful.
Spreading the court so accurately, isn't she, Aung Se-young?
Doing well.
Over 8-18.
That's wide. Well left.
There is over 19.
Good spacious awareness from Aung Se-young. She got that one back, and that's what I mean. Michelle Lee really needs to have lots and lots of patience. She wants to create her chances.
19. Out. 10-19.
Blistering pace there from Michelle Lee.
11-19.
So a good little run of points here from Michelle Lee. Hopefully an indication of a lot tighter second game. Yeah, good smash down the line. Much better now from Lee.
19.
Stopping the run of points for the Canadian at
Service
4.
over.
The Korean continues the onslaught. She's been mesmeric so far, really solid.
Game point, 12.
And now has 8 game point opportunities, does An Se-young.
Well, has Michelle Lee just got a little sort of believe that it can be done in the second game? That remains to be seen. Perhaps these 4 points were just enough to gain a little bit of confidence.
Well, that's wayward from the Canadian, and An Se-young in mercenary mood. She leaps out in quarter of an hour exactly to a 21-12 opening game going her way. The Korean in charge of this one.
땡기는 건 빨리 땡기고 너무 많은 생각하지 마. 그냥 연습을 했는데 믿어. 언제든지 네가 돼야 때리면 또 딸 수 있다고 언제든지 내가
keep clearing, dropping. This is what she wants to do the whole time. She's stronger than it. Push your wings forward. Stop pushing wings right overhead. But she's short enough and quick enough to nothing but jump.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
So it's crunch time for Michelle Lee. Let's see what she's got in store for us.
Second game. Vault. Play.
I like this attack and clear down the line from An Se-young.
Low.
These flat attack and clears from the around the head situation into the deep forehand corner of your opponent. They are good shots, and if you're kind of playing with a small delay, it can be really a fantastic shot. Well played from Lee. Perfect cross court to the net.
1-0.
So both players starting off with really good quality of shots.
Service over. 2-1.
You describe the Canadian as a streaky player, but she's got to be at the ceiling of her game. There's no doubting that.
patience displayed by Michelle Lee.
2-0.
And this is the shot that really separates the really good players from the lesser good players. Is the shot from Ang Se-young, where she's playing a net shot back on a spinning net shot. That is really a sign of class. And she's doing it again, this time too high. Well closed down by Michelle Lee. Good play at the net.
3-0.
Not getting discouraged. I think that's really great. Playing this one, dropping just below the tape, and then it's history for Ang Se-young. Good play.
She's bringing such rich variety as well, isn't she?
I disagree a little bit on the variety. I beg your pardon on that, because that is definitely her favorite shots, and it's coming a lot, and it's so sharp, and as we can see, scoring points. However, I still like to see more variety from that around the head situation, with the attacking clear down the line, the slice down the line, and so on, to spice it up with that cross court. Then the backhand corner will be extremely strong.
Service over. 4-0.
But a much better start here from the Canadian.
Service over. 5-4.
That's well left.
6-4.
Now, is this where the youngster accelerates away, as she did in that opening game? She went on a tear about now, Morton, if you remember, 7 straight points.
She did. Again, the cross court coming. And this time Michelle Lee forgot to follow up. But that's a beauty. Well, anticipation there. Good anticipation.
5-6.
Forgot to follow up on that one, but look at this. That's awesome.
Oh, it's almost like the Canadian wants that one back, and she wants a do-over.
It's a little bit of an unforgiving mistake. Had all the time in the world to play it. She caught Ang Se-young at the back and had all the time in the world to play that one. That's definitely going down as an unforced error. And this one, Ang Si-young played down the line, not cross court, cross the center. That's what's happening.
Seven, all. Service over.
It's a clever smash.
8-7.
I know this time it went down the center of the court, and I'm asking for more risk-taking shots, but it's really nicely placed on the forehand side of the body. So can't really fault that one. If she can then spice it up with more smashes down the lines and closer to the lines and so on, that would be very helpful.
Service over. 8-all.
Must be hard to bark out orders from the back of the court as a coach and still be heard behind the muffle of a mask.
Yeah, you're right. It's
Health
not
and
easy.
Safety first, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, we've been here for almost 4 weeks now, and basically been in total isolation in the hotel rooms, apart from the fact when we sit here.
Yeah, it's been a sterile bubble, which has been commendable, hasn't it? It's been so well managed. You felt totally safe.
Yep. Tested every third day. So it won't be long. It's coming up again, Paul.
Nice, thanks for reminding
Service
me.
over.
You're welcome.
9-8.
Found it. Right on the line.
8.
Good retrieving skills from Ang Si-young, but look at she's running cross court the whole time. It's diagonal shots, and that's where she's best.
Well, a better showing from the Canadian after a really lengthy, grueling point. It was 11-5 in the opening game to the turn, but this time Ang Si-young still in the driving seat, 11-8 after 27 minutes played.
높이만 쭉 자는 랠리가 길어지면 잘하실 수 있어요. 두번 세번만 더 가면 돌아오는 네가 체력이
Board 1, 20 seconds.
열심히 해야 되는 거 자신 있어.
Board 1, 20
다잘 들어가고
seconds.
있어. 안 맞는 거 있어 지금.
Eleven, 8, late.
Hey.
Service over. 9-11.
I think it's interesting that we obviously now know that Ang Se-young is getting the court mopped while we are watching these slow motion pictures. But I've noticed that she's actually sweating quite a lot for a youngster. She's really sweating a lot. I've seen her close up on many other matches, and it is really dripping on the court. So she's very good getting it mopped now and again. So
Signs of good hydration then?
yes. Good shot there. Once again, good on the diagonal. Once again. Once again. I think it's just proving my point that if you want to attack Ang Se-young, go straight.
Yeah, absolutely. She's been vault-like on the cross-court defences, hasn't she? Incredible.
Late.
Well, it's all going the way of Ang Se-young, hence the look
14-9.
from Michelle Lee, who looks a little forlorn right now. The young Korean is playing some sparkling badminton, really solid.
She's keeping good length, as we saw Michelle Lee leaving on the back line, but she's keeping very, very good length on her shots, Ang Se-young. Here we had once again playing that spinning shot, back on a spinning shot, this time not working out,
10-14.
but nevertheless this is one of her really, really good sides of her game.
Service over. 15-10. Service over. 11-15.
And once again, Ang Se-young opting for that cross-court half smash from her around the head situation.
I'm surprised. I thought she might have challenged that. Very close to me.
Yeah, but I think it's out. I think she did well not to. However, she's still got 2 challenges left, as I remember here in the second game, so she could have spent 1, but it is out. And this one is out too. So it looks
Like time's running out for
11.
Michelle Lee right now on that basis. She's right up against it. It's been a very strong Korean wall of consistency today. Add a little bit of luck to that as well.
18-11.
Ang Se-young is closing in.
And that's a nice approach. Good play by Michelle Lee.
12-18.
One fears for her that it's maybe too little too late, but that was really well. Look at that, that's perfect. Good play.
Do it with your foot.
And once again, the perspiration on the floor. Good urgency in the play of Michelle Lee now, trying to push the pace. Oh, she's getting out of it. Good shot from Ang Se-young. Completely caught. But that is a beauty. That's well played by Michelle Lee. By far the best rally in this match.
13-18.
That was a lung buster, that one, wasn't it? She was
It
doing
was.
so well on the diagonals here, wasn't she?
But
We
look
thought
at that.
she turned it round, but then not so good there.
Yeah, but that net shot from Michelle Lee was just awesome. Clipping the top of the tape, ensuring that lift was too short, and then the final kill. But how did Ang Se-young get out of trouble on that backhand defensive shot cross court? She really did that one well.
Good character shown from the Canadian against this standout youngster. Still 5 points between them.
It was the longest rally of 51 points. Sorry, 51 shots.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
it would all be over.
Yes,
Yeah.
do apologise, I beg your pardon.
So can Michelle Lee add to her 2-point run here?
Wide.
Well, persisting nicely, Morton. She's hearing you with the straight attacks.
14-18.
Yeah, she's much more spirited now. She's really digging deep, using lots and lots of patience, working her rallies well, using all the energy, whatever she's got, she's putting it all into this now, and she is closing the gap. But from her point of view, I still fear it's a little bit too little too late. But it's definitely possible now, just trailing by 3 points, 15-18.
Yeah, she made a run of 4 consecutive points in the opening game. She's done exactly the same right now as Michelle Lee.
But it's back to the wall. One mistake and, you know, Ang Se-young is so close, and here we got it.
Service over. 19-15.
Yeah, she's been chasing the score for a little too long, the Canadian. Has it come back to haunt her? Running out of time. And that's gone as well. And after approaching 40 minutes,
Match point
Ang Se-young has 5 match points.
Service over. 16-20.
Good smash to the forehand side. There's no way Ang Se-young can get that one cross, which means that the follow-up, as what we see here from Michelle Lee, is really good. Try to have a look at this. Look, she's coming in, she's covering that straight answer from Ang Se-young, and it's really good, solid play from Michelle Lee.
So 2 match points saved. But there it is. Michelle Lee runs out of time, and it's An Se-young. It's job done for her, starting her finals campaign in some style. An Se-young coming through in straight games. 21-12, 21. Her opening match, the 4th seed motors through. Lovely reaction as well. So confirmation of the scoreline then. 12-17. An Se-young dons the mask and steps off stage, as does Michelle Lee. Can the Canadian turn it round in her other 2 group matches? But a great start for the young Korean. And don't go anywhere, because next up we've got the world #1, 2nd seed here, Tai Tzu-ying, taking on Kusala V. Sindhu of India. That should be a real corker.